Vaping among young people has become a growing concern for families, schools and health professionals across Clare, and this week a major community campaign is aiming to tackle it head on. The Escape the Vape initiative, led by the South Clare Child and Family Support Network under Tusla, is bringing together schools, youth services and addiction specialists to raise awareness about the impact of nicotine products on young people. And for more on this, I am joined in studio by Mulhall, Senior Child and Family Support Network Coordinator with Tusla, Cora, Guinane, the school chaplain at St Caimin's Community School in Shannon, and Madden, Phelan, a second year student who's involved with the initiative. You're all very welcome to studio. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Thanks very much for coming in. So, Ashley, I'll start with yourself. The Escape the Vape campaign. How significant is vaping as an issue, I guess, amongst young people in Clare right now that you're proceeding with this? Or is it not even just about Clare in particular? This is just a problem nationwide?
Well, first of all, thanks so much for having us here today, Alan, as we launch our Escape the Vape campaign. We are, I suppose, leading on a week-long event with lots of activities in terms of focusing on the impact of nicotine products on young people. It's, I suppose, a hugely prevalent issue right across the county. I suppose in terms of the harmful effects of this, it's huge. We are hearing, I suppose, as a network of frontline practitioners, that it is hugely problematic. Our members reporting experience increased issues relating to addictive behaviours, mental health challenges, physical health challenges, concentration issues at school, sometimes where a child and parent will have relationship difficulties as a result of vaping. Increased use of synthetic cannabinoids is also being reported among our young people. So yeah, as a group of the South Clare CFSN, the membership of our wonderful working group, made up of personnel from the Community Substance Misuse Team, the Clare Local Development Company, St Caimin's Community School, St Patrick's Comprehensive in Shannon, Shannon Family Resource Centre, Clare Youth Service, Clare Sports Partnership, and ourselves in Tusla Child and Family Agency have been working diligently over the last 12 months in terms of rolling out this campaign to highlight the impact of nicotine products on young people. Okay,
and Cora, just to bring you in, I mean, as school chaplain at Caimin's, have you noticed changes in recent years when it comes to vaping among students and the changes within those students that Aisling has touched on?
Absolutely, Alan. So we would see the impact of vaping is really prevalent among young people. I suppose I do a lot of work on a one-to-one with young people and their families around mental health and well-being, and I suppose the main impacts we see are a lot of young people are struggling to learn. Their concentration is impacted, their mood, the regulation of their mood, their memory. I suppose the brain is developing until 25, and regular use of nicotine really impacts brain development. So there's actually a brain development is being highly affected. Decision making is being impacted. The impulse control, which are all really important things for young people as they develop from adolescence into adulthood. I suppose the tobacco companies are selling vapes and promoting vapes. They look like something that young people are attracted to. A lot of young people think vaping reduces stress and anxiety and worry, and in fact, evidence has
it does
proven
have that kind of relaxing image, certainly that's intentionally portrayed, I guess.
Yeah, and it's actually the opposite. So, I mean, all the medical and scientific evidence is showing us that it increases stress, it worsens depression and increases anxiety, and they are issues that I would deal on a daily basis at school. Okay, it's quite worrying.
I'm just thinking, Dylan, back to my own school days, and there was always a minority who'd be behind the school shed having a crafty cigarette or two. But it seems to me like, because of what Cora and Aisling have said about vaping, that it's seen as less harmful, more desirable, more relaxing and so on, that maybe it's even more of an issue in school nowadays. So from your perspective, how common is vaping among young people?
I feel vaping is very prevalent in our community in Shannon and across Ireland, really. Over the past couple of years, it's just grown and grown with the amount of even my friends vaping and first years and even younger people joining in on it. And it's very, very hard to see how it really affects people's behaviours and affects their learning. And every single day, there's more and more people joining in, and you can just see some people really struggling to cope with stuff, and they're using it as a way of relief, and
it's actually having the opposite effect.
Yeah, it's really having the opposite effect on people. It's really just, there's no positive effects from it, and people are just trying to use it to cope, and I feel that's where the problem is arising from.
And with that situation then, as someone who doesn't vape, I mean, do you feel you can say something to a friend or, someone in your class, look, you shouldn't be doing that? Or do you feel like they'll think you're an arc, or you're lame for trying to lecture them on it, or how what's your experience of that been like?
No, not really. I've been trying to get a couple of my friends off vaping now recently. Hasn't been very successful, but I do try to help and to tell people, there is better options of learning to cope with stuff, and there's plenty of better ways of doing it. And there's a lot of people in my year who don't vape, and there's people that do, and a lot of people are just trying to give support to those who are affected by vaping.
The campaign itself, Cora, I mean, the fact that it wasn't just that the students were a part of it or attended it, they helped to lead it. How important is it to involve young people directly and to have them at the forefront of making positive change that will impact them and their cohorts' lives?
Yeah, our young people are at the heart of the campaign. It's about them and it's for them, and it has been led by them, and they've been involved in every aspect of it. And young people are really, really amazing. And I think when young people have the information, when they have, they're educated and they're empowered, they can make a big difference. And people like Daniel, even having the information, having the advice can empower not just, his own friends, but a lot of young people. And Daniel was one of two people from St. Caimin's Community School, along with a couple of students from St. Patrick's Comprehensive, who went out to our primary schools. And they talked about, the promotion of a reduction in vaping and no vaping at all. And, Daniel was really, really an important part of supporting our 5th and 6th class pupils in the community around the prevention of vaping and the reduction of it. And he led, along with three other students, a poster campaign which we ran, and was really, really successful. And because young people, I suppose they learn from each other, peer mentoring is really, really important, and it's been a huge success. It's been phenomenal. The interest, the impact, and just the pieces of art were really, really creative. And again, that was peer-to-peer learning, so it's huge.
Yeah, can you talk to Stanley about what that was like? The presentations to primary schools, the art competition, the design in the posters. It sounds like a pretty positive experience.
It was a great experience for all of us, and I feel the people that we spoke to really got the message from a younger person, and that they could resemble and just feel more, this is a serious situation. And the poster competition, like what Cora said, was very, very successful, and we found great results in people. Like, the information sticks to them much better, and of course to use it as promotional. And I feel the campaign with posters was extremely all-round successful.
Okay.
And it's a great launch to our campaign.
Yeah, great to hear. And actually, I know that the week will culminate in a symposium-style event at Tracy's Oakwood Hotel in Shannon. Can you tell us more about that?
So yeah, on Thursday the 5th of March we have an event day, I suppose, and at the start of the day we will have young people from the primary schools that took part in the art competition coming up to the Oakwood for some workshops all around healthy choices, I suppose really around building people's confidence in terms of being able to say no. I suppose really the clear message in terms of that is that there are no I suppose safe nicotine products. We also have the secondary schools coming up as well on that day, and then in the afternoon we have a parent and practitioner event where we have Professor Bobby Smith and we have Teresa Walsh from the Community Substance Misuse team, I suppose sharing their expertise in terms of addiction, in terms of the impact of nicotine on young people. And I suppose on that piece we will have our winners of our art competition will be honoured on that day as well and be given trophies in terms of their selection.
It all sounds very positive. Is this an initiative you're hoping will be seeing happen annually?
Well, yes, what we would hope actually is that it will grow and grow. I suppose, as Daniel is pointing out there, young people listen to other young people, and the young people know that, I suppose, nicotine is having a huge impact. They're telling us that it's having a huge impact. It's all over the art materials that they took part in there before Christmas in our art competition, and we need to listen to them. This feedback has been extremely positive from the young people, and in terms of all of that artwork right throughout the campaign, pieces of the artwork have been used in terms of promotional materials, the poster, we have 3D signs, we have our library exhibition, as I mentioned earlier on. That'll be going on in Shannon Library from Friday last, the 27th of February, until the 23rd of March. So you can go in and visit the library and see all of the artworks that the young people took part in. We have a gorgeous information card as well, also using artwork from one of the art pieces, and it lists at the back of it all of the support agencies that are out there in terms of supporting young people. So yeah, I suppose, look, we're very, very excited about it. We do hope that it becomes a real clear message, and really what we would hope is that, you know, spaces in our communities become vape free and smoke free zones. We have lots of smoking cessation and smoking signs, no smoking here. We'd like to include vaping in that, and we'd like a clear message out there that there is no safe nicotine product. Those products are being marketed to our young people by tobacco companies. It is hugely problematic for our young people, as Daniel and Cora have pointed out. So I suppose what we're trying to say is we need to support our young people.
Okay, we do have to leave it there, but a really interesting initiative and campaign to hear about, and hopefully the first of many. Daniel, thank you. Cora, Guinane and Ashley Mulhall, thank you to the two of you as well for joining me on Morning Focus.